Hey, Jim Vavida here, and I was lucky enough to visit the set of Thor Ragnarok in Australia last year. I'll have a few pieces up on IGN about what I learned there, but I did want to share with you some interesting things I found out about the God of Thunder's big green co-star, the Incredible Hulk, starting with how he wound up making the move from Avenger to Gladiator. Production designer Dan Henna explained that the sky over Sakaar has a number of wormholes that deposit space waste onto the planet's surface. So if you're flying through space, you can get caught in a wormhole and thus end up on Sakaar, which is precisely what happened to Hulk when he flew off at the end of Avengers Age of Ultron. Shortly after he lands on Sakaar, Hulk becomes the champion of the Grand Master's Gladiator Games. The Hulk's basically treated like a celebrity. They even have a festival in his honor. Now, even though he's basically held against his will, the Grandmaster tries to keep Hulk happy with gifts in a suite worthy of a sports superstar. This suite, I learned, proved challenging to design as a place of comfort and luxury since, well, the Hulk doesn't really like anything. I also learned that Bruce Banner has been in Hulk mode for the last 2 years, and as we already know from the trailers, Hulk is far more verbal than we've ever seen him before.
Hulk like fire, Thor like water.
Chris Hemsworth said filming the Avengers movies tends to not allow Thor to have more than mostly expository scenes with his co-stars. So for Hemsworth, having fun with the dynamic between Thor and Hulk was both the most important and enjoyable thing for him making Ragnarok. He also said that this kept him and his co-star Mark Ruffalo on their toes, and he thinks it will keep audiences on their toes too. Visual effects supervisor Jake Morrison spoke about how much performance capture technology has improved and how indispensable it is for the visual effects artist and Mark Ruffalo. To play Hulk, Ruffalo wears a mocap suit covered in sensors. They give him a pair of giant heavy hands to weigh him down and slow his motions. Ruffalo can watch himself on a big monitor as Hulk in real time as he circles the room, strikes poses, and gets into the big green guy's headspace. It would take Ruffalo about a half hour of running around in all that gear and watching himself on the monitor until he felt like he'd found the character. There's a guy Marvel's nicknamed Green Steve, who serves as a physical stand-in for the Hulk in scenes where the character will be digitally added later. Green Steve is a big muscular guy whose body is painted green from head to toe. In the case of Thor Ragnarok though, Green Steve is actually a dude named Ryan. Now Green Steve wasn't the only person who stood in for Hulk. Thor Ragnarok director Taika Waititi, who already plays the mocap characters of Korg and Surtur, revealed that he also did some performance capture work as Hulk. As you can tell by now, it truly takes a village to make a Hulk, and the final villager responsible for helping bring Hulk to life on screen is a mysterious crew member I've dubbed Backpack Guy. Backpack Guy wore a backpack harness with a tall pole coming out of it, and atop that pole sat a very detailed bust of the Hulk's head and shoulders. It totally looked like a giant Hulk Pez. The purpose of this Hulk bust is to serve as an eyeline and height guide for the actors and visual effects artists. Valkyrie actress Tessa Thompson said that Mark Ruffalo referred to his performance capture leotard as his, quote,
man-canceling suit.
She said that about 2 weeks into the shoot, Ruffalo asked that they make him a, quote, little loincloth to go over his crotch because he thought it was, quote, more flattering. You might recall that the last time Hulk and Loki met was in Avengers, where Hulk thrashed Loki like a rag doll. Tom Hiddleston joked with us, saying that, quote, the way I see it is, in Avengers, Hulk and Loki never really had a conversation. It was more of a physical meeting, an extended group hug, shall we say. He promised it will be lots of fun for fans to see these two reunite and end up having to be allies in Thor Ragnarok, but he did not want to spoil what happens between them when they do first meet again. Now, for more of our coverage on Thor Ragnarok, go check out what Jeff Goldblum had to tell us about playing the Grand Master, and be sure to enjoy the movie's latest trailer. And as always, be sure to like, follow, and subscribe wherever you like to watch IGN.